Why am I listening to the Interstellar soundtrack right now? I don't know. The movie's almost a year old. It's so damn good. Thank you, Hans Zimmer. Anyway, hey there, guys. What's up? It's all about Mike 18 here. Guys, I literally have no idea why I wanted to start this vlog off that way. I guess I was just, like, listening to the Interstellar soundtrack on my way home, and I was like, okay, I'll just do this. Anyway, guys, what's up? I am back. It is not late at night, but it's late for me. I've had a long day today, guys, and I'm doing my next random vlog. This is random vlog number 6. I can't even hold up. Like, I'm holding the camera with one hand. I can't even hold up. Okay, so 5 and then 6. Boom. Random vlog number 6. I can't believe I've done 5 other of these already. That's insane. And, guys, today's random vlog is going to be a special sort of random vlog. I would have loved to have taken my camcorder with me to where I specifically went today. It was a very special day for me, but I obviously couldn't because that's probably against the rules of the place I went to. I don't know. I don't think that is a rule, but then I have to edit this together, and I try to just shoot these all in one takes. But anyway, what I'm going to discuss in this video, I'm going to take sort of a little bit of a break from movies, or specific movies, rather. Or like new releases, you know what I mean? And I want to really discuss film festivals in this video, because I actually did this last year. I did sort of a video like this, and I'm kind of going to do the same thing again, but I want to do it for a random vlog because I just experienced it today. So that's why I'm doing it now. But before I do, I'm going to discuss a specific film festival that I was invited to, or not invited to. I made a film and sent it in, and it was accepted into this film festival, so yay! But no, seriously, so that's what I'm going to talk about in this video, just my experiences with this one film festival. Before I do, I just want to very quickly, just give shout-outs to the last 3 people. I usually do this in all my random vlogs, and I'll probably do this for this one as well. In my last random vlog number 5, where I talked about the AMC Fear Fest schedule, I got my phone on, sorry about the glow. I basically asked people to give me their favorite, like, horror movies, what they love to watch around Halloween time, because Halloween is next weekend. By the time I upload this, Halloween will be coming in a few days. So, yeah, actually, Halloween is 1 week from today. It is Saturday night. It is 10:34 at night. And I am starving, so I'm going to try to get through this random vlog as soon as I can. But let me just give shout-outs to these people, because they deserve it. We have one guy, one of my very faithful subscribers. He's always leaving me comments. Parker Smichael, thank you so much, man. He said, awesome video, man, very well done. My favorite movie to watch on Halloween is Halloween. Oh, and by the way, epic intro. Thank you, man. And yes, Halloween. My favorite horror movie of all time. It's so good. Watch it if you haven't. I was looking at the LCD screen, then I just looked at the lens. I don't know why I didn't pick one. I'm sorry. So thanks, Parker, for leaving that awesome comment. GMNTV1 also said, awesome video, man. Keep up the good work. Thanks, man. And then I had another comment from James Long, saying, I love to watch Creepshow. It's classic George A. Romero. You need to watch both Alien and Aliens. They are freaking amazing sci-fi movies. He answered the question as well as Parker did. So thank you, James Long, for telling me about Creepshow. I haven't seen it. Now, he did say watch Alien and Aliens. I have not seen either of those. I did, however, just last week, or this week, actually. I went to Best Buy on my day off. I had a day off this week. And I saw The Walk, which is actually my new phone background. You guys can't see that. There you go. Kind of see it a little bit. Not really. I saw The Walk on Tuesday, and I'll get a review. I haven't gotten a chance to review it yet, though. I'm sorry about that. I know the movie's almost been out for almost a month, but I'll try to get a review up. I saw The Walk on Tuesday, and right before I saw The Walk Tuesday, sometime during the day, I snuck over to Best Buy, and I picked up a couple of Blu-rays because I haven't bought anything in a while, and I picked up I want to do this quick. I picked up, I'm drawing a blank. I picked up Heat for $5. I picked up the first Alien for like $6. I picked up Christine for $10. Really underrated horror movie. And I can't remember the other thing I bought. holy crap, I can't remember the other thing I got. There was one other Blu-ray I got. This is sad, guys. Hold on. You know what? I just put the info on my Blu-ray app. I'll tell you right now what that other movie is. It's bothering me, though. My scan history. Nightmare on Elm Street. There we go. Picked that up for like $6 or something. So yeah, relatively cheap haul. I got everything for like $30. So yeah, I do have Alien on Blu-ray. I have not watched it. I hopefully will watch it soon, but I'm extremely busy. So anyway, guys, let's get to the point of this vlog. What I wanted to talk about in the point of this vlog is experiences with film festivals. Now, I made a sort of vlog video about this last year, right around the same time, actually, where I discussed the fact that I went to the first film festival I had ever gone to, and that was the Yonkers Film Festival. This is where I live. Yeah, the Yonkers holds a film festival. This is their third film festival. I went to their second one last year, their second annual one last year. This was their third annual film festival, and I was honored to go. And I'm basically just going to talk about my last 3 days, because it was a 4-day event. The final day is tomorrow, Sunday, but I can't go. I'm really busy with school stuff. I was lucky I was free this weekend. I didn't have like any shoots or anything to do. I managed to go to the festival on Thursday night, Friday night, and today I was at the festival nearly all day. So I really just want to talk about my experience with it yet again, and yeah, promote discussion about film festivals. If any of you guys are aspiring filmmakers and have ever been to a festival, share. Because last year I went to the Yonkers Film Festival. That was my first film festival I've ever gone to. This year I went to the New York Film Festival for the first time, and I saw Maggie's Plan, upcoming movie. I actually reviewed that. I just remembered I gotta freaking upload that like soon, and hopefully this week. And then like a couple weeks later, I went to the New York Film Festival a few weeks ago. This weekend I went to the Yonkers Film Festival all weekend. So basically, guys, what happened was, if you guys remember that period of early this year when I was working on that film, I called it my freshman film, and the title of the film was A New World. I did upload it on YouTube. I also uploaded it on Vimeo. If you guys haven't seen my freshman film, A New World, it's on it's on a different channel. It's on my filmmaking channel, like my personal channel. I'll leave a link to the movie down below if you guys haven't seen it. But I made a short film about a lonely college freshman dealing with isolation and loneliness during his first few weeks of college. And very autobiographical, very based on my life experiences. I've talked about this film already, so I'm not going to talk so in depth with it. But to anyone who's new and has never heard of my short film, A New World, it's online. I'll leave a link for it. You guys can watch it yourself. So I worked on this film, and I sent it to the Yonkers Film Festival. I sent it to a bunch of festivals, actually. It did not get in anywhere except for the Yonkers Film Festival. I sent it in like May, and I got the notification like late September that it was going to be screened. It was accepted, and it was going to be screened at the Yonkers Film Festival. And I was incredibly excited and thrilled when I heard the news. Now, if you guys watched my Yonkers Film Festival vlog from last year, I actually did go. I did a feature with just myself and my brother, which I don't have online because it's not good, in my opinion. And apparently the Yonkers Film Festival thought it was really good, and they screened it. I thought it was good at first when I watched. Now I just look back on it and I cringe. That's what happens. And they screened it, and there's like 12 people there during my screening, and I did like a brief little like Q&A. I answered like 3 or so questions afterwards. So that's what I did last year, and it was my first experience there, and I loved it overall. Just meeting a few other filmmakers, just watching other filmmakers like a few years older than myself, because I'm very young. And it was great, in my opinion. It was great to be around a film festival. So I was excited as hell to be back this year. So let me go through what we did. First off, yeah, let me just show off some things I got. I got a brochure, like a program, I'll call it, Yo-Fi Fest. Lights, camera, Yo-Fi. That's how you do it, okay? 1022 to 1025. I love this popcorn movie camera design, and there's sponsors. Go support these people, okay? The sponsors are all in the back. So yeah, And then I got two little posters that of two films that screened at the festival. I saw some pretty legit movies at this festival this week. But let me go through my what I saw this year really quickly. Thursday night was the opening night, I guess you can call it. What they did was I showed up, and they were screening a documentary about Jewish delis and how they're sort of like fading out of existence, really. And it really focused on one Jewish deli man. And the name of the documentary is Deli Man. I believe the film was directed by Eric Anjou. I don't know. It's in the booklet. I don't know his entire last name. I'm sorry about that. But the film is called Deli Man. There's a trailer for it on YouTube. You can look it up if you guys are interested in it or if you wanted to see it. And I can tell you that the documentary was very good. I am currently in a doc class, and it was a very strong documentary. Its utilization of interviews, I think that it was very charmful and very witty. I'm going to review most of the movies that are on Letterboxd that I saw at the festival. I'm going to review them on Letterboxd, so I'm not going to go too in-depth, but I really enjoyed Deli Man without spoiling anything. The movie came out, I think, 2014, or possibly this year it started, I think, really getting hype. But it might be a 2015 movie, don't get me wrong. So we watched that, and before that, we did like a pastrami contest. Like, there were three Jewish delicatessens who had showed up, and we were like testing each Jewish delicatessen, like all their food that they had up for like samples. And so I ate like a bunch of pastrami. So that was actually really fun. New thing that they decided to do for the festival in honor of screening Deli Man. And I had a blast that night. It was really fun. Yeah, so that was Thursday night. Friday night, which was last night, I showed up around like 7 or so at night, and they do like a red carpet reception, or they did that last year as well on the opening night, Friday night. So technically last night was opening night, and I got to walk down the red carpet when I showed up again, and the same from my last vlog, the same tall blonde lady who has a lot to do with the festival. I believe her name is Anna, okay? I want to say that's what her name is. I always forget to ask her. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Because I'm young, I'm a college student age, so yeah, I showed up by myself Friday night. So she saw me getting ready to walk down the red carpet, and she's like, "Oh, I remember you from last year. I walked you down the red carpet last year. Come here, let's do it again." So why not? So we walked down the red carpet again, and she's really nice. And I got pictures taken, on the red carpet. You know how they have, like in movie premieres, they have like a wall of like sponsors and like the name of the festival where the movie's screening. So I did that, which was pretty awesome. Then we went into the main large theater and we watched a few short films. I think we watched 4 student short films, or just 4 short films in general. One of them was actually shot in Yonkers, it showed locations that I personally know very well, and it was decent. There was another short film, and I actually have the little postcard from it, of 2 filmmakers who have been at the festival before. We watched the one on my left right now. You're looking at the screen. It's on the left of the screen. It was called Bottomstock, and it was pretty funny. I think that the filmmaker who made Bottomstock, this one with the guy in the hat, we did not watch this one. Or I did not watch this one. They screened it on another night. He had 2 films in the festival. I don't know when they screened this one. I wasn't there for this one, but we watched Bottomstock, and it was pretty funny. It was about like a private eye investigator. It was pretty nice. And then let me just refer back to the program just to make sure I remember the other 2 films. I remember we saw another film. I think it was from Iran, and it was really short, but it was really good. It was about this. Bottomstock was pretty good, but they I can't. It's hard for me to open this booklet and look through it. Okay, here we go. We have It Hit Upon the Roof, I think was the name of that. And then Special Delivery was the other short we watched. And I don't know why I'm blanking on that. I recently purchased. Oh yeah, Special Delivery was pretty good too. There was like they did like kind of like stop motion work of like a toy robot in the store, and they shot in like Times Square, and they had like the toy robot like walking throughout the city and like going to a house. So I thought that was pretty awesome as well. So we saw four very interesting shorts on Friday night, and then we watched a feature film where I want to say that the executive producer lived in Yonkers or grew up in Yonkers, so that's why they decided to show the film. And it was actually 2014 St. Vincent with Bill Murray, Naomi Watts, and Melissa McCarthy. I hadn't seen the movie. That was one of the only movies last year that came out, big movies that I didn't see. And I finally did get to see St. Vincent. I'll review it on Letterboxd, but I thought it was pretty decent, actually. I'm not a big Bill Murray fan at all, honestly. Like, I only really care for Ghostbusters. I've seen a few of his other movies. I'm not a huge fan of him. But I think this was one of his better performances I've seen in a very long time. It was very funny, but it was also very touching. And, like, it hit me hard in a few moments. I didn't expect that from the movie, but it was very nice. I really enjoyed St. Vincent overall. Then that was the end of Friday night, and they have like after parties after all these events for the most part. They did one yesterday night, and they're doing one actually right now. Like it's Saturday night. I literally just got back from this day at the festival. But I'm not 21, so I can't drink, so I would probably feel awkward as hell at these parties, so I don't go. But so that was Friday night. Friday night was a blast. Then this morning was hectic as hell, because my film was screening this afternoon in the same event where it screened, where my feature from last year screened in the Dunn and Yonkers category. My freshman film, A New World, screened in the same category because I did shoot a scene in Yonkers at my old high school, and then I actually did... since I'm from Yonkers, that's why they included my film in that category. So what I did was I went to the festival this morning. I actually picked up a friend from my college campus, which is like a half hour away from where I live, and a friend who actually worked on the film. He was my boom operator. He recorded sound for me. Picked him up from school, brought him to the festival, and we saw a few comedy short films at the comedy showcase, I want to say it was. And I met two filmmakers. I want to give them a shout out real quick. I met two filmmakers Thursday night. I was introduced to two filmmakers who worked on this short film called The Blessing. And the name of the director is Jake, and I want to say he co-wrote the screenplay with his co-writing partner Tara. So Jake and Tara did this very interesting comedy short film called The Blessing, and I wanted to go to the comedy showcase because they told me that film was screening then, and I wanted to watch it because they said it was, they worked pretty hard on it, and I got interested in it, and it was a really great movie. The script was great. So Jake and Tara, great job on The Blessing. They're probably never going to see this, but if they ever do, good job. Excellent cast. So yeah, I watched that, and I watched a few other comedy shorts. I want to say Klaus was pretty good. A few of them were okay. Very decent for the most part. They were also showing Show Me a Hero, which I unfortunately missed. They were showing it from 10 in the morning till noon. And they showed the first two episodes, obviously, because it's a 6-part miniseries event. So I've already seen it, so I missed it. But that was a pretty cool thing, big thing they were showing. And then 2 o'clock came, and they showed 5 films in the Dunn and Yonkers category, and that was like the big one. So I had my boob operator there, and my lead actor who starred in my freshman film showed up as well, obviously to support the film. And they had 5 films in the Dunn and Yonkers category, and they had this big-ass theater. You guys want to know how many people came? There were at least 100 people in the theater! Seriously, guys, like there were 12 people last year. 12 people watched my other movie. I'm so glad it wasn't vice versa. I'm so glad 100 people didn't watch my feature that I had last year in last year's festival. I'm so glad that they watched my freshman film, which is so much better in my opinion. But there was at least 100 people in this theater, no lie. And the first film that they showed was my freshman film, A New World, and it got a lot of applause. A lot of people came up to me afterwards, told me how much they enjoyed it, so I'll get more into that in a second. And then they showed 4 other films. One of them, it was called Psychosis, really like kind of like dark, like sort of like isolated tale of this like girl living in this apartment, and it was like twisty and very unexpected. I really enjoyed Psychosis. Just giving shout outs to these other filmmakers because they're awesome. Then we saw a film that was shot at a park in Yonkers. It's called Untermeyer Park. It was called Carol's Angels, and it was really more so an experimental film. And it had beautiful transitions and was gorgeously shot. Then we had another film called Belief that was shown, which was directed by this guy named Vin, who I also met at the festival and talked about. We congratulated each other on each other's films, and Believe was a really good film, gorgeously shot. His actors were perfect, in case you guys ever hear of any of these films. And then we watched a documentary called the USS Princeton, which is also a very, very well-made doc. Yeah, so then after that, they invited all of the filmmakers from all those 5 movies. I think 4 of us were there. So I went up with my lead actor, and they had like a mini Q&A session. The audience didn't have too many questions for us, but we were asked like what was our inspiration like to write the script. So that each one of us was asked that question, and I luckily got to answer it. I had a blast, honestly. Like, I was kind of antsy like while they were screening my movie. I was like, looking at it again, I was like, oh, I would have done this differently. I would have done this thing differently. Not a fan of how I did this. I wouldn't have used this here or whatever. So that was the only part where I was like, nah. But then when I got up in front of the crowd of like freaking 80 or 90 people at that point, and they started asking questions, and I started speaking and answering questions, like, I didn't get nervous. Like, I was comfortable. Or at least I felt I was comfortable. I felt content. Like, I was glad. I felt proud to really talk about my movie and talk about my experience making it, or what influenced me to make it. How it was a very autobiographical story for me. And then I talked about what I shot on, the equipment I used, and that was really it. So I was only asked 2 questions, really, but that was fine. And then I had people coming up to me at the end of the screening telling me how much they loved the movie. I had a group of like middle-aged ladies. Again, like the same thing last year. I had 2 middle-aged ladies approach me for my feature film, which was not good. And they approached me, and then I had another group of females this year approach me, and they said it was really good. They loved my actor. They praised him in the movie. I had this other young college-age student girl come up to me and say, I know that campus. I go to that school. And I was like, oh, awesome. That's great. And then I had the 2 filmmakers who worked on USS Princeton came up to me and told me that they saw me before on YouTube. This is the first time I have ever met anyone who's watched my YouTube videos outside of my close friends or family in person. They told me they watched my last year 2014 Yo-Fi Fest video where I talked about my experience at that film festival. And then they said, I guess they searched on YouTube Yo-Fi Fest, and my video popped up, and they told me they watched that. So they said when I got up in front of everybody to talk about the movie at the end with the other filmmakers, they were like, holy crap, that's that guy. That's that guy who was in that YouTube video. So I thought that was great. So I thanked them. I congratulated them on their film, because USS Princeton was a great doc. It was funny. The subjects were very charming. These 2 older naval veterans, and they were excellent documentary. And so it was a great experience. My parents were there. My brother was there. I had a very close friend from high school came to the screening. It was great, guys. I couldn't have asked for a better day, in all honesty. So, I mean, it just made me ecstatic to talk about my movie and to just have other people watch it and other people come up to me and tell me how much they enjoyed it. It really, really meant a lot to me, in all honesty. So anyway, I then after that, I left the festival briefly and brought my boom operator, good friend, brought him back to school, and I came back to the festival, and I watched 2 other movies. One of them I have a poster for, a small photograph. I watched what do you call it? I watched a very intriguing narrative drama called No Letting Go. I have the poster right here, and see, it's got the Yo-Fi Fest logo right there, and all the other logos. This movie has been all the other films this movie was accepted at the screen, or every other place it was screened. And it was a great movie. Like, it was really deep. It was a very interesting look at bipolar disorder and how one mother just was fighting to keep her son out of it. Or fighting to keep her son dealing with it because her son was diagnosed bipolar. And one of the very known actors, I think, from the movie was Richard Burgi. If you look up his IMDb, he was in Harper's Island. He was in Fun with Dick and Jane. He's been in a lot of stuff, actually. He played the husband in the movie, and he wasn't at the screening. I believe a couple of the filmmakers were there, including the lead actor who played the older character of Tim. If you guys have seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about. If you probably haven't, though. Most of you probably haven't. But No Letting Go. Great movie. Look it up. If it ever gets uploaded online, watch it, guys. It was really, really brutal in some moments. It was directed by Jonathan Beccari. And I thought it was great. The main actress who played the mother, Cheryl Allison, she was phenomenal in the movie, actually. So yeah, I think this is a 2015 movie too. So I got a screening of it, and it's premiering all these festivals right now. And the lead actor who played the older version of Tim came, and he was pretty good in the movie. So yeah, excellent work. I thought the movie was great. So I stole that poster as well. And then finally, it was like the last event of the night. We went into the larger theater, and we watched the comedy feature. Adult Beginners was the name. It starred Nick Kroll, Rose Byrne, Bobby Cannavale, and Joel McHale, just to name a few actors who were in the movie. Also, Julie White was also in it. And Jeffrey DeMunn also made a brief appearance in it. The movie came out, I think, last year. It's this comedy about this guy doesn't have a job, goes to live with his sister, his pregnant sister, and her husband and their young son, starts babysitting the young son. It was a very feel-good comedy. I think there were a lot of really funny moments in it. Again, I'll review it on Letterboxd. I don't think No Letting Go is on Letterboxd. I look for it, it's not. But Deli Man is, St. Vincent obviously is, and so is Adult Beginners. All the other shorts I watched were shorts. They won't be on Letterboxd, so I can't review them. But I'll review everything that I did see at the festival and let you guys know on Letterboxd. So we watched Adult Beginners, and then there was no Q&A because I think who was supposed to be there wasn't there for the movie. But they screened Adult Beginners because I think the lead actor was from the Westchester area, and I think they had people who worked on the movie from Yonkers, so that's why they screened it. And then everyone went to the after party, and I just left and came home, and now here I am. It is late. I've had a giant cookie to eat all day. I had breakfast, but that was it. And then I had a giant cookie at the festival, and then that was it. That's all I've eaten all day. I need some water. My throat's dry. So anyway, guys, that was my weekend. That was my experience with the Yonkers Film Festival. You guys want to look at the badge I got? I get to wear this. Boom. There's my name, director, writer, A New World, Yofi Fest. There you have it. That's an official filmmaker badge for you guys. So there you have it, guys. That was my experience with the 2015 Yonkers Film Festival, the Yofi Fest. Guys, I had a blast at this festival. I had so much fun screening my movie to basically 100 people that showed up. It was insane to just have that experience. It'll forever go down as one of the most unforgettable experiences, probably in my entire career of making movies. And to just get a chance to talk with other filmmakers. I didn't talk with a ton, but those who I did, I was really glad to really hear about their processes and everything. And I just, I was stunned. So I want to thank the festival directors. Just want to throw their names out there. Patty and Dave. Oh, they're always so good to me, okay? They're kind. They watched my movie when they correspond with me to get information from me. The way they run their festival, anyone who's ever in the Yonkers area during the time when they air, when the Yonkers Film Festival is going on, next year, obviously there'll be another one, just come by if you guys live in New York or whatever, okay? It's just a great experience, honestly. And if you're a filmmaker, submit to the Yonkers Film Festival. We had films from halfway across the world that were sent in, okay? There were films from Iran, Australia, I like walked in at the end of this Australian horror film before I saw No Letting Go, and it looked really good. So, I mean, I just had a blast this weekend watching movies, and I was so glad I was off this weekend. I had free time to go to this festival and, you know, experience it. I got my red wristband on here. This is a VIP badge. Oh, yeah, our VIP wristband. So there you have it, guys. That is my experience with the 2015 Yonkers Film Festival. And that's going to wrap up this random vlog. We are 30 minutes in. Damn it, I can freaking talk, man. So I want to quickly end this video by asking you guys, have you ever had any experience with a film festival? Have you ever been to a big film festival like the Toronto International Film Festival, the New York Film Festival? Have you ever been to any of these South by Southwest? Or have you been to a local film festival? And if so, describe your experience. Like, how did it go for you guys? How did it feel to be included in a film festival? Did you like talking about movies? Have you ever wanted to go to a film festival? Have you ever made movies or worked on movies that you sent into a film festival? Let me know your experiences with all that down below. And guys, if you don't have an answer for that, if you've never been to a film festival, if you're not into filmmaking, let me know what movies you saw this week. What's the most recent movie you saw? Boom. Answer that down below in the comments if you don't want to talk about film festivals. But if you do, talk about film festivals. Talk about anything you want. If you leave any comment, I'll give you a shout out in my next random vlog, which will hopefully be a lot shorter than this one. Anyway, guys, I'm so sorry. I've just been talking for 30 minutes, just wasting your time. I hope I haven't been wasting your time. Upcoming videos, I'm going to be extremely busy. I'm working on a new film for my directing class. Holy crap. I haven't seen Steve Jobs. I know it came in wide release this weekend. I'm going to try to see it next weekend. I will see it next weekend. Hopefully, it's Halloween weekend, but I'm going to do my best. I'm seeing the original Halloween 1978 version on the big screen with a good friend of mine. Maybe I'll do a video about that. We'll see. For first time ever, I've never seen it on the big screen. I'll try to get a few other videos uploaded here or there. Guys, I don't want to waste any more time. Once again, thank you to Patty and Dave and everybody who ran this year's Yonkers Film Festival. You did a kick-ass job, and I sincerely want to thank you for screening my movie and just selecting my film and just getting it shown to other people. Like, it really meant a lot to me. It really touched me to just speak to about 90 people about how I made my film, and to just have people come up afterwards and tell me how much they loved it meant a lot to me. So thank you guys so much. Thanks, as always, guys, for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye, guys.